Welcome to Through a Rosy Window and Into Wellness. I'm happy to host this series for parents and trust that you will find some new insights and some reminders of things that you've heard before, sprinkled with some inspiration. I'm Bev, a counseling hypnotherapist and co-founder of Rosy Window Productions. When I began training to counsel others, I never dreamed that I would find myself here. And it was because of the clients that I was seeing and the students in Rosy Window Productions co-founders classes that we began to dig and found some staggering statistics. As I've mentioned in previous episodes, 70% of mental health issues begin in childhood. And by 40, almost half of Canadians will be touched by mental illness. As I mentioned in episode 1, the challenge of where to begin this 10-part series, to invite you in through a rosy window and into wellness, to share in our vision a future filled with confident, empathetic adults who are well equipped to deal with life's mental and emotional challenges, it was also challenging to know where to end. And as this is our last episode, we're so glad that you could join us for this episode on self-esteem. How do we help our children live to their full potential and to realize their dreams? We can begin by taking stock of self-esteem. If you have a strong sense of self with awareness and honesty, you can minimize the anxiety you might feel and process stress more easily. Everyone is unique. You may have your strengths and weaknesses. Just like everyone else, we can focus on all of our strengths and understand that you have the power to strengthen the aspects of your life that you feel need to change. We are all a work in progress, and life is learning. Remember that being proud of yourself and your accomplishments is not bad bragging. If we speak with honesty and are not embellishing the truth, are not putting someone else down to try to lift ourselves up, we can be proud of our accomplishments and can put a feather in the cap of our self-esteem. The more feathers you have in your cap, the more confidence you will have to try new things, to meet new people, to allow yourself to be presented with opportunities for success. We can support our children in what they're proud of, and we can brag about all the things they can do and what good people they are, and let them know when you're proud of them and why. Sometimes they may get a little carried away at an inappropriate time, but that's okay. You can teach them the social nuances that are applicable, and they'll get it. A focus on success is also a wonderful way to bolster self-esteem, and there are a variety of reasons why we humans seem to focus on the negatives in our day. You know how you have accomplished 15 things on your list, but you just might pay attention to the 2 things that didn't get done. Stop that. Get in the habit of noticing what you might have done differently. If it is a learning moment, great. Make some adjustments and then leave it in the past where it belongs. Making a conscious effort to focus on accomplishments will start the habitual thought patterns to pay attention to what you do well. Some of my clients keep a success list, and if you add one thing each day, they add up in a hurry. Big successes and small, they are all equally important to remind your mind that you are a very successful person. And children have so many successes. They learn at an amazing rate. They are experiencing so much each day. If we think about all the things a child learns in the first 10 years of their lives, it is mind-boggling. Just as we have discussed in previous episodes, honest and appropriate emotional responses to situations, we can be mindful of appropriate responses when praising others. If you throw a party for a small, easy task, does that tell a child that you don't expect much from them? Everyone is best served with honesty. Confidence and self-esteem has such an effect on so many facets of our lives. As adults, when we are confident, we can ask for that well-deserved raise. We can set and achieve higher goals, feel calm in anticipations of new adventures, and communicate our needs. Humans are so complex and unique, and there are so many contributing factors to developing that strong, confident sense of self. Notice what you say internally to yourself and then externally. You are the model. If you make a mistake and are so hard on yourself, they will follow suit. If you're not happy with the way you look, are you sending your child the message that their appearance is not acceptable? Identifying the areas in your life that contribute to your level of self-esteem is a wonderful starting point. Focus on what you do well and work through the learning moments to shift to positive self-regard. Developing your strong sense of self-esteem will go a long way in raising confident children. Head held high, shoulders back, best foot forward. Resisting the comparison urge can be challenging sometimes. Everything we can do can be done better or worse by someone else. Our personal strengths are different than others. In our honesty episode, we talked about workaholic Bob. At that point in Bob's life, he was pretty focused on work. Perhaps his colleagues were comparing their status at work to Bob's and maybe feeling some jealousy because Bob did get a promotion, and even a bit of animosity because Bob was the go-to guy for the supervisor. But did they compare the hours that Bob missed with his family because he worked late, or the anxiety he was feeling as his life became unbalanced? When we compare ourselves to others, we have a tendency to focus on the good parts and leave out the rest. But there is a whole package. If you want to set the standard by Bob, you may have to change the priorities that you have in your life. Children can't always choose what they are doing or who they are working or playing with. Self-esteem can take a hit if you're the last to be picked on a team in gym class, but we can go back to honestly reflecting and reframing the circumstance. Maybe the closest friends are picked first. Perhaps the best players are chosen. If I were choosing a team, would I pick the people I know first? Yes. If I were choosing a team to win, would I pick me? Nope. I'm not that strong of a player. Do I want to start practicing more so I get better? Nope, I don't like basketball that much. Can I just have fun participating and get a decent mark in this gym class? Absolutely. Children growing up with a solid sense of self-worth are less likely to succumb to peer pressure, be bullied, or bully others, and less likely to struggle with anxiety and depression. Self-esteem will help to keep our children safe, using their own confidence to remove themselves from situations that are uncomfortable and perhaps dangerous, even allowing them to say no to someone older or in a position of authority and confide in a trustworthy adult about a situation. People with high self-esteem are better equipped to enjoy all of the wonderful things life has to offer. Psychology presents many different constructs to describe perceptions of the control one has over self, circumstance, and life's events. We have chosen the locus of control to describe how much control a person feels they have over the things that happen to them. When we have an external locus of control, we feel as though we have no control over what happens to us, and we find others to blame for our situations. Or we give credit to others. Bad grades would be that the teacher has created an exam that is far too difficult, and good grades would be that the exam was too easy. When one has an external locus of control, there's a greater tendency for anxiety, depression, hopelessness, and even more physical illness. With an internal locus of control, we take responsibility. Bad grades because I didn't have a good understanding of the material being tested on, and good grades because I studied and I was sure I understood what I was going to be tested on. Developing an internal locus of control reminds us that we are responsible for our actions and that we do have control over many aspects of our lives, and it keeps us looking forward toward a future which we have designed. Isn't it amazing that the most important aspects of our lives, health, wealth, relationships, parenting, don't come with an instruction manual or best practices training? We often find ourselves doing what we do because that's the way it's always been done, based on who we have as a role model and the expectations of those around us, whether they're working out for us or not. The definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing and expect a different outcome. We hope that the last 9 episodes have led you to today already feeling more confident. Perhaps just one little thing has sparked you to find an instruction manual on just one little aspect of what you would like to tweak. There is an abundance of information available to everyone, and we trust that you can find some excellent resources to address any concerns you have for your children or to help them realize their full potential as they grow and change entering adolescence and adulthood. We know that no matter what your situation, you have what it takes to make the changes for the future you desire, or recognize your own goals and not try to measure up to some social expectations. You may just find you are comfortable, calm, and content right where you are. From all of us here at Rosy Window Productions, we hope that you have enjoyed these past 10 episodes and that you are looking forward with optimism, excitement, and a wonderful sense of well-being. Please sit back and relax for a short meditation on positive self-esteem.
Unless you're listening to this while driving or participating in any activity that requires your full attention, just sit back. Take a breath. When we notice our breathing, it's just a lovely way to let our mind and our body know of our intention to relax. Close your eyes if you'd like. And just notice how a wave of relaxation begins to move down the back of your head and down into your neck. Let your shoulders relax. As that wave of relaxation moves down through your whole body to the very bottoms of your feet, you can let your mind wander to all of those wonderful opportunities that you give to your children. You're doing such a wonderful job praising them for the things that they do well and offering them the opportunities to try new things, helping them learn and to grow. You can be so very proud of your children as they learn, as they grow and do things for themselves and for others. And you can be so very proud of yourself for helping them along the way and helping them realize their potential. Isn't it such a fulfilling time in a parent's life when you can sit back and watch and listen and be so very proud of the children that you're raising? And isn't it wonderful to be aware of the opportunities that you can offer to help them grow into strong, confident, empathetic people? And as you recognize and realize your potential, your strengths, integrity, honesty, each and every day, you are modeling the behavior that will guide them to that wonderful, fulfilling future that they will have. As you take another nice, deep breath, feel that energy coming up through your feet and moving up through your whole body. You can open your eyes looking forward to the rest of a wonderful day.